Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy Forrester will trust her instincts and do whatever it takes to pull off her plot with Daphne. Despite Ridge enterprises about how far Steffy intends to take this, she'll feel like the situation calls for playing dirty. In other words, Steffy will go against Ridge and give Daphne the green light to raise the stakes. Daphne will consolidate her flirtations and use some fascinating tricks to reel Carter in. Whether Carter admits it to himself or not, he may come decreasingly transported by Daphne and her intoxicating vibe. Daphne may continue to offer up positive progress reports and delight Steffy as effects continue going according to plan. As for Hope, will she pick up on the growing connection between Daphne and Carter? Still, Hope might move herself that Daphne is just an eccentric woman with a certain faculty about her. If so, maybe Hope will try to put any worries out of her mind and trust in Carter's fidelity. Still, temptation will grow for Carter, and could leave him ready to surrender sooner than anyone expects. Of course, it'll be intriguing to see if Brooke notices anything unusual as Daphne spends further time around Forrester Creations. Brooke might spot Daphne cozying up to Carter and raise an eyebrow over this busybody making a move on Hope's man. It could lead to Brooke prompting Hope to keep an eye on Daphne, and Carter too for that matter. On another note, John Finn could come face to face with substantiation that he's Luna's natural father. Finn may run one last maternity test that eventually solves the riddle and confirms what Poppy been hiding all this time. Although Poppy wanted to bury this secret ever, Finn doesn't like to hide effects from Steffy. It looks like Finn will have to decide whether he'll keep quiet or come clean about Luna being his son. Considering how huge this news is, Finn may feel he has no choice but to slip. That's especially true since Finn may want to try being a father to Luna despite all the complications. Steffy and Finn have an anniversary passing soon on B&B, so that may be when she gets updates on Luna's real maternity. Finn may confess the stunner and completely upend Steffy's world in the process. Luna's house arrest secret may unravel as well if she gets captivity callers who realize she's not in the slammer presently. Bill will face counter-reaction once his conduct come to light, so we'll bring you prognostications on the fury that'll be unleashed. Steffy talked to Ridge and Taylor about Lee always being so hard on Poppy. Taylor guessed the sisters must have been on good terms formerly upon a time since Lee let Poppy live under her roof when Finn was in council. Steffy suspected commodity happened around that time that led to the rift between Poppy and Lee. Indeed, if Lee and Jack couldn't find their way back to each other romantically, Taylor was hopeful about a positive path forward for their family. At Il Giardino, Jack didn't suppose there was any reason for Lee to be upset with Poppy now that the maternity test cleared effects up. Poppy sounded uncomfortable, but Jack sang her praises and suggested she was a huge help with Finn when she lived with them. Poppy was quick to point out that Finn was tone sufficient and in council, so Jack conceded that Finn was a boy. That said, Jack appreciated the way Poppy had been there for Finn so fully. Talk ultimately turned to Luna's true father, so Jack pushed for answers and assured Poppy she could trust him. Poppy still refused to come clean, but Jack let her know she could open up to him if she ever wanted to. At the sanitarium, Lee allowed. Finn must suppose she was horrible for carrying all this resentment around and condemning Poppy for commodity she didn't do. Finn comforted Lee, but he wished she'd told him about her reservations sooner so he could have shut them down. Lee conceded that espoused Finn was always embraced by the family, but Poppy had a particularly special connection with him. Since Lee got in the way of Finn having a relationship with Poppy and Luna, she felt shamefaced about that. Lee formerly again recriminating Poppy of betraying her with a man she loved in her own home. Now Lee realized she should have been thankful to Poppy for stepping up with Finn when she was so busy with work. The content of Luna's maternity tests came back around, so Finn suggested perhaps Tom liver produced a false negative. Although Finn suggested about running it again, Lee claimed the test was conclusive. Once Finn was alone, he looked anxious as he milled over Luna's maternity and all the father campaigners that were disproven. Finn couldn't stop allowing about Lee's question of who Luna's father really was. It sounded like Finn was allowing back and getting decreasingly convinced that Luna might be his son. At the Spencer Manse on Tuesday's B&B occasion, Luna flashed back to grilling Poppy about her father and getting a freaked-out response. After Luna flashed back asking if it was some buried family secret, She was formerly again left wondering about her pater's identity. Steffy has pledged her ever love to Finn, but they're about to face an extremity that puts their future in jeopardy. Although Steffy loves Finn with all her heart, there's going to be drama thanks to this whole Luna maternity situation. It looks like evidence is brewing that Finn is Luna's natural father, so that's going to shake up his marriage to Steffy in a big way. Steffy will surely try to stand by Finn after she gets updates on this stunning Luna disclosure. Poppy may get utmost of the blame as far as Steffy's concerned, especially since she kept quiet about this for so long. Still, there's only so important Steffy can take, especially after all the fermentation that Sheila has formerly unleashed on their lives. Steffy and Finn may disaccord as he eventually tries to open his heart to Luna and step up for her. The issues girding Luna's maternity could surely put a strain on Finn and Steffy's relationship. It might indeed drive Steffy and Finn to the point of divorce, but could there be another twist that saves their marriage? Numerous suckers are worried about this Luna curveball, and would much rather see Finn have another child with Steffy rather. It seems determined to move forward with Luna being Finn's son, but perhaps he could still have another sprat with Steffy in the end. Occasionally babies can be a good way to salvage marriages on detergents. Maybe Steffy could eventually realize she's pregnant and reevaluate walking down from her future with Finn. A new bun in the roaster could be a memorial that Steffy and Finn have erected a life together. A life that's not worth stranding over Luna or anything differently for that matter. Steffy might decide she wants to raise another child with Finn despite all his family complications. Finn and Steffy have some tough connubial lapses ahead, but let's stopgap they can rise above them. Still, that might strengthen her commitment to Finn following all the Luna problems, if Steffy winds up pregnant again. Steffy and Finn will have to figure out if their marriage is meant to last. So stay tuned to see what'll be after this huge Luna news comes out. Finn will move Poppy to visit his office so he can caff her about the history. Grounded on the suggestions B&B's been offering, it clearly sounds like Poppy and Finn slept together back when they were living with Lee and Jack. The shows constantly stressed the fact that Finn had started counsel, meaning he was of legal age, and that he'd a veritably special amorous history with his consanguineous aunt. Finn has surely been deep in study ever since he learned Luna maternity was still a riddle, so he'll try to get to the bottom of effects on Wednesday's B&B occasion. After Finn quizzes Poppy about her issues with Lee, he'll feel like this all goes back to their old cling sessions while his parents were working. Once Poppy gets emotional and wonders why Finn's bringing this up, he'll contend she knows why. That's when Finn will most probably push Poppy to give it to him straight and confirm if he's Luna's bio-pater. Will Poppy break down and confess that it's true? Lee will join Jack at Il Giardino, so that'll give them a chance to reappraisal his once miscalculations as well as her own. Since Lee now knows she was wrong about Jack begetting Luna, will she be more open to making peace with him? Indeed, if Lee and Jack do'n't reunite romantically, it'd be nice if they could learn to get on. At the Spencer manse, Luna will continue to pound over who her father is as she has another deep discussion with Bill. That'll lead to Bill and Luna opening up about their parenthood again, so they'll keep chancing reasons to connect. Luna feels like Bill is a kindred spirit and will appreciate being suitable to use him as a confidant due to her house arrest situation. Although no bone differently knows about this arrangement, that could change once the secret of Luna's maternity blows up. Poppy could fluently try to pay Luna a visit behind bars in the coming occurrences, and get a shock if she discovers her son isn't there. Our prognostications point to Bill floundering to keep this news under wraps, so we'll bring you updates on all the raising drama. Bill will have some explaining to do in the not-too-distant future.